This is the McLaren Artura Spider, the folding roof version. Look at it, pretty car. I could talk about muscular haunches or muscular tension in the design probably all day, as designers like to do. But basically, look at it, it's gorgeous. And reminds me very much of the MP412C when that came out, starting this new era for McLaren Automotive. That car, of course, designed by Frank Stephenson. This does the same thing in terms of starting a whole new chapter for McLaren, getting past some of the financial issues they've had, hopefully sorted out in the boardroom. Had some teething problems in the beginning, but now this plug-in hybrid with performance and, as I'll tell you in a moment, astonishing fuel economy has really moved the game forward in many, many ways. Inside the McLaren Artura Spider, it's all very nice, very comfortable, very nicely laid out. We'll get to that screen in a moment. Lovely Alcantara, the sports seats with their carbon fiber backs and a bit of leather and what have you, all very, very comfortable. And if you leave it in comfort mode and, well, comfort mode suspension, comfort mode powertrain, it is exactly what it says. It's comfortable. It is the everyday supercar, which is what McLaren set out to do with the MP412C back in 2010. You can even, of course, unlike with the 12C, drive it in electric mode because it is a plug-in hybrid. And McLaren claims a driving range of around about 21 miles in electric-only mode. That, as usual, is probably a little bit optimistic, but it'll get you across most towns, through most Oxfordshire 20-mile-an-hour limit villages too. So, yeah, plenty of usability there, and it supports the V6 twin-turbo engine when you want to maybe get better fuel consumption. And while McLaren's claiming a combined MPG in the 50s, yeah, I was quite impressed to get 35.8 miles per gallon on a 100-mile drive of motorways and A roads. So, I mean, that's more than my Saab. I mean, that's for a supercar with 700 horsepower, 720 newton meters of torque, capable of 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, and a top speed nobody's ever going to get to. That's mighty impressive. Now, currently sitting in electric mode, but I'm going to flick it to comfort, which is where it combines electric and the V6. And there you get a little bit of the sound. If you put it into sport, which is useful to do when you've only got 1 mile of electric range left, it puts more charge back into the battery. So you can gradually build up a bit more, and you get obviously a bit more input from that V6. What you do get is, at certain speeds, particularly if you're in sport mode in town, around about 2,000 revs per minute, you get this drone through the cabin. There it is, which it only sits there for a moment, for about 100, 200 RPM, but it's quite annoying if you are exactly 30 miles an hour being good and well behaved. You don't have to be, of course. The power delivery is really, really good. It's really impressive. This is the closest McLaren has ever got to matching Porsche for dynamics, engineering, performance, fun, and quality, because quality really shows through in this car. It's mighty impressive in terms of its build, and what's even more impressive is that they've managed to achieve that even with all the teething problems the car had during its development. They all seem to have been sorted out with what is the Artura 2 that came with this Spider retractable roof version. It has phenomenal grip. Only rear wheel drive, of course, but yeah, clings to the road really nicely, and the steering is really, really good. I'm almost tempted to say that it is on a level with Porsche's steering, but Porsche's just that little bit ahead. Always has been, always will be, apart from a little blip a few years back when they switched to electronic and had to correct that. It's involving, but at the same time with a GT character about it that makes you feel, yes, I could drop a gear here in sport mode and, you know, gun it a bit, and I know that it'll be rewarding, it'll be fun. But if I want to, I could just dial it back down to comfort mode, leave it in auto, and just cruise, taking in the scenery, which you can do so nicely. Alternatively, you may just have to sit in a bit of traffic behind a Tesco delivery van. Right. Okay, we've dispensed with the Tesco delivery driver, so let's talk a little bit about the interior and what we have here. I do kind of miss the instrument binnacle, which would change depending on what sport mode you or what mode you were in. Very nicely laid out dash though. Digital, of course, everything's there, easy to read. Stalk down here, which you can just flick through your settings and so forth, nice and easy, all fairly straightforward. Changing your driving mode changes the screen very, very slightly. So if you go to sport, there you go, it tells you what gear you're in is predominant rather than the speed. Track obviously changes everything again. Buttons are fairly straightforward. Drive, neutral, reverse, hit the brake to start. It will always start in electric mode, which is great if you are having an early sneak out, that you don't wake up your family, your neighbours, your friends. So that's quite useful. Right, put it in sport mode, and sport mode suspension. Branches everywhere. As you can see, changes direction really nicely. Great grip on the rear tyres. And a lovely sound to it. Yes, a V8 would give it more noise, and they could probably add a bit more electronic sound to it to give it a bit more growl, but you know, in the moment when you're just enjoying it and you're not too worried about the sound, it is a nice bit of theatre. It's always nice when somebody else is enjoying the road too. So thanks very much, Audi estate driver. We'll let Audi go and talk a little bit briefly about the infotainment system. This is sort of the definition of a tablet that's just been stuck on. Obviously it's properly mounted, but it sort of just sits there as though it hasn't properly been integrated as a piece of design. I don't know that I like it like that, but what I do like is it is very easy to use. You've just got this simple button on the side. It's also your volume control, and you can switch between main menus and so on. The icon's very nice and easy. Media, back, driving positions, back, done. Even climate control is fairly straightforward, and you can do it without being too distracted from the driving experience. I love the fact, actually, if I could just go back to there, that they still have the sort of the racing driver driving positions thing. I think that's so cool. What you also have is these almost look like razor sharp gear shifters, mounted of course to the steering wheel, so they follow you, nice and easy to use. Drop it down low, and off you go.
The McLaren Artura Spider, probably McLaren's best all-round supercar yet.